Hello and welcome back to another video. Now for those of you that are new here, my name's Mel and I'm currently turning this Mercedes Vario into a luxurious overlander, and once I've finished I shall be off on my travels on the hunt for treasure. So if that's something that interests you, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now in today's video I've got something quite special for all of you budding camper van builders out there that are thinking about installing a cheap Chinese diesel heater in your camper van. And during the course of this video I shall share some handy hints and tips when it comes to fitting one of these diesel heaters into your camper van. So let's start off by making a template. Right, I want my heater turret to go here. Problem is, my marker doesn't really show very well on the dark floor. What do you reckon, dear? How can I get over that?
I think you need something light.
I need a white marker.
Yeah.
I haven't got one. What else can I do?
Spray paint it?
Spray paint it?
That's what I thought, yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
You just don't get it on the ply. This is what you use for Mary?
Yeah, this is an old can. It's cold as well. The nozzle's blocked. There you go.
That's no battle station. Oh no, it's not, is it? That's no
planet.
moon.
There's a stop
That's
station.
a battle station.
Well, I've had a bit of a change of heart. Originally, I was going to put my diesel heater, as you saw me messing around making this template, here like this. And the pipe for my diesel heater, the actual induction pipe, was going to go down between my water tank and my wheel arch cover. But now I'm thinking maybe it'd be better if I put my diesel heater here like this, obviously away from the wall, so there's a gap down here for the diesel heater to suck air in. The only problem with this is my batteries are going to be above here on another level, so if the diesel heater was to go wrong, it's going to be a real pain to get to. But then I thought, even if my diesel heater is here in that position, it's still going to be a pain in the ass to get to. So really I think I'm better off having a diesel heater there, freeing up all this space. It'll take up a lot less room, and yeah, it's going to be no different really. So basically what I'm trying to say is I've just painted a nice picture of the moon on my floor for no goddamn reason. Right, let's do this again. So I'm going to change it to there now, which means I need my template to be different, because I need to work out how far away from the wall it needs to be to allow air to suck down into the diesel heater. Yeah, start again. We could say diesel heater installation take 2 is about to begin. Well, you'll be pleased to know I've finally come up with a solution to my dilemma. The diesel heater is now going to sit at a slight angle rather than being square and perfectly perpendicular. And doing this is going to allow plenty of airflow at the back of the diesel heater like that. The air is going to flow freely through the diesel heater, and also this angle here is going to be a lot less, allowing the air to flow a lot freer. and this way it's going to eliminate or lessen the hot spot that would otherwise build up if the diesel heater was like that. You can see this is pretty much a right angle, and there's a chance that the airflow at the back would be restricted. Simply by turning it, hey presto, problem solved. All I need to do now is cut the hole in the right place. Wish me luck. Oh, that's close. I think I felt it hit the chassis then, that drill hole. Just going to check. Oh no, we're alright. There it is there. It didn't hit, it's miles away from the chassis, and so's that one. So we've got plenty of room, so the hole will end up here. Absolutely perfect. And all the gubbins and the diesel heater will be protected by my mud flap. And yeah, we've got plenty of places here to mount the diesel fuel pump. There's a big plate there that I can mount the diesel fuel pump from. Yeah, loads of places. Excellent. You did, eh? Hello, you come to say hello? You come to inspect my hole? Yeah, such a cutie. Yeah. Yeah. Come on in, come on in. Up, up. Come up. Oh, he run off. Well, he lays down. As soon as I put his blanket down, he's laying down. He's like, yep, that'll do, mate.
I've just put these pieces up and they've gone up really nicely because I'm just using offcuts.
Oh yeah.
However, we've got 3 stick pins left and 2 sliders for that, and also I've only got these 3 bits left.
Oh, there's plenty up there. Plenty.
Do you mind if I cut into another sheet then?
I've got to cut.
Because
you've got to use it.
Ideally, I want to be able to use just 2 stick pins and 2 brackets, one each end.
Yeah.
And try and see if I can do it in one.
Sure
I don't have I don't have enough for doing any more than that.
Just get a fresh sheet.
Yeah? Alright, okay. I'll do that then. But yeah, I actually really enjoy doing this part. I've really loved using Celotex. Never thought I'd say that, but it's been so easy. Yeah, I want you to cut these in a minute.
I'll cut them right now.
Because I
as soon
don't
as you
like
move
them.
out of the way, I'll cut those.
Yeah, because I stabbed myself yesterday, and I do not want to stab my eye.
No.
I've already got one blind eye, I don't want a second one. And now I'm stuck.
Maybe we will get a single seat for the front. If anyone knows where I can get a Vario single passenger seat, please let me know, for the sake of Becky.
Yeah.
I'm sure she will appreciate it.
Curvy girls get stuck.
In the most awkward places.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wild childbearing hips, apparently.
Well, I hope not.
No, that's what my nan always told me.
All right.
You've got wide hips, my dear, so that when you have children, you will enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, she literally said that to me all the time.
How old was you?
About 6.
Jesus Christ, crying out loud. So these are really easy to cut. Look. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Have a go. See how, because you haven't cut any, so you can see how easy it is to cut them.
If I can reach. Oh yeah.
A lot softer than you think.
If I was a bit taller, because I see I've left a bit of a nub. I can't reach very well.
Alright. I just thought I'd let you have a go so you can see they are really easy to cut. They're not like wire, where they're really hard.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't watch me do it, because I'm just a shorty. And therefore I struggle just to reach, but they are easy, yeah.
Really easy to do.
They're a lot softer than I was expecting, actually.
Almost like, I don't know what they're made of. It's probably lead or something.
I don't know. Reminds me of those...
Something toxic, no doubt.
Those matchstick, like cigarette things used to be able to eat. You know, children's...
Oh yeah, don't try and eat these.
No, don't.
Because they are really soft. Anyway, right, I want to carry on with my diesel heater install. Take 3. There you are, so that worked out really well. Look how that's going to sit now. It's a little bit wonky, but like I say, it's less of an angle on here, and now I've got plenty of room here to allow air to flow through nice and freely down the side of my water tank into my living space. Fantastic. And the best thing is, it doesn't take up all this room that it would have done if I'd fitted it there. You probably noticed I'm actually fitting a cheap Chinese knockoff diesel heater to my camper van. Even though my camper van is a luxurious overlander, I do believe that Chinese knockoff diesel heaters have come a long way over the years. They're a lot more reliable now than they used to be, especially these ones from Maxpeedingrods. But there's one thing that all the Chinese diesel heaters have got in common, that is these cheap, horrible, nasty Jubilee clips. Well, calling them Jubilee clips is probably an insult to Jubilee. Let's call them pipe clips, shall we? Just look at those, they are horrible. There's one thing I recommend you do when fitting the exhaust to your cheap Chinese knockoff diesel heater, and that is invest a tenner in a proper Webesto exhaust clamp, like this one here. Look how different that looks compared to one of these. I mean, which would you rather have around your exhaust? Bearing in mind, exhaust fumes are highly toxic and quite dangerous. So that's why I always recommend fitting a proper Webesto exhaust clamp to your cheap Chinese knockoff diesel heater. After all, you've saved a lot of money by buying a cheap knockoff diesel heater. Why not spend an extra tenner and get yourself a proper exhaust clamp? There you see that? It doesn't fit. There we go. They fit perfectly. There we go, that's not coming off there. Now the air intake isn't so important, so we'll just use one of their pipe clips for this. And the easiest way to do these pipe clips up is actually with a socket set. As you can see, no need to struggle using a screwdriver. Just use a socket set, but try not to over tighten it because you will thread these quite easily. There you go, that's nice and tight. So now we've got our pipes all fitted to the bottom of your diesel heater, our cable for the fuel pump. We can now install this in the van. Well, now that I know the diesel heater fits and I'm happy with the positioning, before I do screw this down to the floor, I'm going to use some gasket sealer to seal it all the way around this hole so that if any water does flick up, it doesn't come inside the van. This has gone off a bit on the end. I've had this tube quite a while, so I've cut the corner off the bottom, and as you can see it still comes out, and that's going to be plenty for me to put around this ring and then seal it into place. This is high temperature silicone sealant, it's not regular stuff. And the reason I'm using this instant gasket rather than something like Tiger Seal is because there may come a point down the line, maybe a year from now say, where I need to remove this diesel heater to replace it with a new one. So that's why I'm using instant gasket, because it'll be easier to prise this off. Hopefully it won't ever come to that, and if I do need to replace this diesel heater, I can simply unbolt it from underneath and leave the plate in situ. But nevertheless, I'm still going to use this just in case I do have to remove that plate for any reason. Right, I think I'm better off actually taking this out completely. Just move it to one side like that, and just run a little bead of this all the way around. Don't need a lot, it is literally just to stop any water ingress. Oh, I just love that smell of silicone. There you go, have a look at this. So there you go, just a ring of silicone all the way around now, and when I put that down now it's just going to squish and seal it, make it watertight. Now the trick is to get all this down inside there without getting silicone over the wiring or the pipes. Stop fannying around. If it gets silicone on it, it gets silicone on it. That's not too bad. I think we can say that's a success. Squish it down, lock it into place. There we go. Perfect. I'll have a look at the mesh later on. Well, here we are. This is what it's ended up looking like. There's the bottom of my diesel heater. You can see the fresh air intake here, and there's the air filter. So it's not, I've kept that nice and short to reduce any resistance. The exhaust comes straight down along here and a curved, so there's no chance of any condensation building up in the exhaust. My little vent there on the bottom of the silencer is at the bottom. It's nice and neat. You can see the fuel line curves round nicely up against the chassis rail, well away from the exhaust, and it goes along the chassis rail to the fuel pump, which is at this nice angle, so it shouldn't have no problems priming it. And it's fed just there. You can see the fuel filter, and you can see the T-piece where I've teed into the line. The other end of that line goes off to my engine preheater, well, where I will also have my diesel cooktop. And there's my fuel tank right there. A really nice, neat system. I'm quite pleased how that's turned out. It's turned out really nice and neat, and yeah, it looks pretty professional considering I did it. I don't think that's too bad. Well, now that my diesel heater is finally fitted, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that is to actually put some power to it and make sure it works. Wish me luck. And this brings us nicely on to the sponsor of today's video, Lifetime Batteries. Now, they were very kind enough to send me this LiPo 4 200 amp hour battery to use in my Mercedes Vario. So this is a perfect opportunity not only to put the diesel heater to the test, but also to test this 200 amp hour lithium battery. Actually, it's a LiPo 4 battery. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews online about Lifetime batteries. All of those reviews have been very positive, so I'm quite looking forward to putting this battery to the test. Right, let's do that right now. What a beast. Well, that's the diesel heater all connected up. The screen is not that bright. I think there's no chance you actually seeing what's on this screen on the camera, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and switch it on, see what happens. Now, technically I should prime this diesel heater before trying to start it up. I should prime the diesel through. But because it's such a short line in the fuel, I'm not going to bother priming it, mainly because I don't know how to. I've never used one of these controllers before, so it'll probably take me longer to look it up and learn how to make it prime than it would to actually just switch it on and off again. So if the diesel doesn't reach the diesel heater in the time it primes, then it will just simply cut out and I'll switch it on again. Yeah, I can't see that screen at all, it's not very bright. I've not checked the state of charge of the battery. As you see, the battery is how it came out of the box. So hopefully there's enough juice in it to get the diesel heater working. You can hear the fan going. Can't hear the pump clicking just yet. There we go, the pump's just about hear that pump clicking. I've hung the pump underneath on some cable ties, which is my usual trick. Only just about hear it ticking, and by the time I put another floor in here plus the bed, it should be absolutely silent. Right, I'm going to jump under the van and have a little look, make sure the diesel is actually priming through that line. Well, I don't believe it, by the time I got down here, it's actually fired up. It didn't take long to prime at all. You can see the fuel line is literally there, where I've teed in. There's my fuel pump, a nice steep angle, and the diesel heater sounds like it's roaring into action already. Yep, that's definitely hot air coming out of the exhaust. That really did prime quite quickly. I can't believe that, it primed so fast. First go. Right, let's jump back in the van. It's getting a bit smelly down here. Is that making noise? Oh no, it's someone in the workshop. I thought something was wrong then. Sounds like someone's using a sander. I thought it was my diesel heater for a moment. At least I think it's someone using a sander. Yeah, it sounds like a sander or a jigsaw. That's definitely working now. Well done, Lifetime. Battery passed the diesel heater test. Let's have a look at this. Here we are. Can't really see the screen. You can see nothing on the screen. Yeah, this screen's a bit rubbish, to be fair. This really is rubbish. Might have to upgrade this. Anyway, the main thing is the diesel heater is blowing hot air. A bit like myself. So, yeah, I've got nice hot air coming out of there. So this pipe, we're going to extend this pipe, we'll get a longer pipe, and have this coming down here. There'll be a seat here, and then there are a couple of vents blowing out into the rest of the van. I'm really chuffed, I can't hear that diesel pump at all. So there you go, I think. Sit down here. Right, so I've put the diesel heater on its lowest setting. Yeah, I'm really pleased, that's just really super quiet. Can hardly hear that diesel heater on its lowest setting. I'm really pleased with that. Well, there you go. Now we'll put a link in the description to Lifetime's website, so if you're interested in buying a LiPo 4 battery for your camper van, then do go and check them out. The prices are really competitive. I'll also put a link to Maxpeedingrods as well, purely for your convenience. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found it mildly entertaining, slightly informative. If you did, I'm sure you'll find this video just as entertaining. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.